Most people think survival means having a fortified bunker, a massive stockpile of food, or an arsenal of weapons. They are fundamentally mistaken. When the systems we rely on finally buckle, when the power grid goes dark for good and the supply chains snap, your salvation won't come from expensive gear. It will be found in the cheap, unassuming items you walk past every day. These are the tools buried in your kitchen drawers, forgotten in the back of a closet, or collecting dust in your garage. They are the 7 specific household items that most people would discard without a second thought. But when the world outside grows silent and cold, these simple objects will become priceless. They will be the critical difference between maintaining order and succumbing to chaos. Before the store shelves are stripped bare and it's too late, we need to identify what truly holds value. Item 1. The pressurized liquid dispenser. Let's start with something you probably have stashed under your kitchen sink right now. The humble plastic spray bottle. This isn't just a container for window cleaner or plant food. In a world stripped of modern conveniences, this simple device becomes a master tool for control, efficiency, and sanitation. When the systems we depend on fail, maintaining hygiene becomes a life or death priority. Without running water, disinfection turns into a logistical nightmare. This is where the spray bottle earns its place. Once cleaned and refilled with a diluted bleach, alcohol, or even a strong vinegar solution, it transforms into a precision sanitation instrument. You can decontaminate food preparation surfaces, sterilize medical tools, or clean a wound with a level of control that simply pouring from a bottle can't match. It conserves your precious disinfectant, making a small amount go an incredibly long way, but its utility extends far beyond just cleaning. In a scenario without air conditioning, heat stroke is a silent and lethal threat, especially for the elderly or young children. A fine mist of water from a spray bottle applied to the face, neck, and wrist can rapidly cool the body, potentially saving a life. It's an immediate, low-tech solution to a critical problem. Furthermore, think about water conservation. A spray bottle becomes an improvised field shower, allowing you to wash your hands, rinse utensils, or clean yourself using a fraction of the water you'd normally need. It multiplies the effectiveness of your water stores, turning a single gallon into a resource with far greater reach. Some resourceful individuals even adapt them for fire, starting by filling them with an accelerant like high-proof alcohol, creating a targeted spray that can ignite tinder in damp or windy conditions. You also gain a non-lethal deterrent. A bottle filled with ammonia or cayenne pepper solution can discourage animals or unwanted visitors from approaching your camp. The barter potential is immense. A functional spray bottle, especially one pre-filled with a cleaning solution, represents portable sanitation in a world desperate for it. People will trade valuable supplies for that kind of practical advantage. Item 2. The compact steel abrasive tool. Next, we're looking at an item most people dismiss as a simple grooming accessory, the steel nail file. Specifically, the older, more rigid variety. This small, flat piece of metal is a compact and versatile tool that provides a level of precision that is difficult to replicate with larger, cruder implements. In a post-collapse environment, every ounce of weight and every inch of space in your pack matters. The steel file is the embodiment of lightweight efficiency. Its primary function becomes precision abrasion. Imagine needing to strike a ferrocerium rod to start a fire. While the back of a knife works, a steel file offers a superior surface, creating a shower of sparks with more control and less wear on your primary cutting tool. It's also perfect for delicate maintenance tasks, like cleaning the corroded battery contacts on a flashlight or a radio, potentially restoring a critical piece of equipment to working order. Its most obvious survival application is as an emergency sharpening tool. No, it's not a proper whetstone, but its abrasive surface is more than capable of honing a dulled edge on a pocket knife, multi-tool, or even an axe. A moderately sharp blade is infinitely more useful and safer than a dull one, and this file provides the means to maintain your most essential tools in the field. Beyond sharpening, its utility in first aid shouldn't be overlooked. When properly sterilized, the fine point can be used for digging out a stubborn splinter, a task that can prevent a minor injury from becoming a serious infection. The abrasive surface can be used to smooth a cracked nail that might snag and tear, or even to gently file down a callus before it splits open. It's a tool for micro repairs both on your gear and on your body. For those with the right skills, a sturdy file can even be used for improvisational tasks like prying open small containers or as a component in a makeshift lock-picking set. In a world of broken things, the person who can fix, sharpen, and maintain gear holds significant power. A simple steel file is a key to that capability, making it a surprisingly valuable item for trade. Item 3. The standalone timekeeping device. Our third item is a relic from a bygone era for most people. The old-school, battery-powered or wind-up alarm clock. In our hyper-connected world, we have outsourced timekeeping to our phones. But when the grid fails and those devices become inert bricks, the concept of time itself can become dangerously fluid. A standalone alarm clock is your anchor in the chaos. It operates independently of any network, relying only on a simple battery or the tension of a spring. This autonomy is its greatest strength. Survival demands structure and discipline. Without a reliable way to track time, watch rotations become sloppy, sleep schedules fall apart, and operational security is compromised. This simple clock enforces that structure. You can set precise times for guard duty, ensuring everyone gets adequate rest without leaving your perimeter vulnerable. You can wake up before dawn to travel under the cover of darkness, a critical tactical advantage. Beyond security, it's a tool for resource management. You can accurately time how long you've been boiling water to ensure it's safe to drink, monitor fuel consumption for cooking, or track the duration of a scouting patrol. In a medical situation, it allows you to monitor a patient's vital signs over set intervals or administer medication on a strict schedule. But its impact is also deeply psychological. The relentless, predictable ticking of a mechanical clock can be a profound source of comfort in an unstable world. It's a tangible reminder that some semblance of order still exists. This consistency builds morale and fights the mental fatigue that leads to disastrous mistakes. Imagine the trade value of such a device. A group that has been struggling with disorganized watches and burnt meals would see a working alarm clock not just as a gadget, but as the key to restoring order and efficiency to their entire operation. They would trade food, fuel, or medical supplies for the control and peace of mind that it provides. The ability to manage time is the ability to manage your survival. Item 4. The synthetic mesh scrubber. This next item might sound completely out of place, but its utility in a grid-down scenario is undeniable. We're talking about the synthetic mesh scrubber, commonly known as a shower loofah. This lightweight plastic poof is often seen as a disposable bathroom accessory, but its properties make it an incredibly versatile survival tool. When societal infrastructure collapses, the first and most insidious threat isn't violence, it's disease. Poor hygiene leads to skin infections, rashes, and parasites, which can quickly become life-threatening without access to modern medicine. The mesh scrubber becomes a primary weapon in this fight. Its design creates a rich lather with a minimal amount of soap and water, allowing you to achieve a thorough cleaning while conserving two of your most precious resources. It exfoliates the skin, removing the dirt and dead cells that can harbor bacteria, making it far more effective than just using your hands. Beyond personal hygiene, its resilient and quick-drying nature makes it an excellent tool for cleaning gear. You can use it to scrub mud from your boots, grime from your cooking pots, or biocontaminants off your tools without shredding it like a cloth rag. Because it's made of plastic mesh, it dries incredibly fast, preventing the growth of mildew and bacteria that would plague a standard sponge or washcloth. This makes it a more sanitary option for long-term use. Its utility doesn't end there. In an emergency, a clean loofah can serve as a pre-filter for water collection. Stretching it over the mouth of a container will catch larger debris like leaves, sediment, and insects, extending the life of your primary water filter and making the boiling process more effective. Psychologically, the ability to get truly clean after days of stress and filth can be a massive morale booster, helping to restore a sense of humanity and dignity that is crucial for mental resilience. For barter, a new sealed loofah would be a high-demand item in a camp where others are struggling with persistent grime and skin ailments. It represents a level of comfort and health that many would trade valuable goods for. Item 5. The Spring Tension Utility Clip. Now let's examine a tool that has been relegated to the laundry room, but holds immense practical value in a world without power. The simple clothespin. Whether plastic or classic wood, these spring tension clips are masters of low-tech organization and efficiency. Their most obvious function is, of course, drying clothes and gear. In a situation where you are exposed to the elements, getting wet is not just an inconvenience, it's a direct path to hypothermia. Clothespins allow you to create an effective drying line anywhere, between trees, inside a shelter, or across a vehicle, and secure your gear against wind and gravity. Properly dried socks can prevent trench foot, and a dry blanket can be the difference between a restful night and a dangerously cold one. But their usefulness extends far beyond the clothesline. They are, in essence, small, reusable, non-damaging clamps. Think of them as organizational force multipliers. You can use them to seal bags of food to protect against pests and moisture, clip important notes or maps to a line for easy viewing, or hang tools and hygiene items off the ground to keep them clean and dry. In a group setting, they can be used for silent communication, such as clipping a colored clothespin to a pack, to designate its contents, or to a tent flap to signal a status change. They can hold a bandage in place, clamp a tarp for a makeshift shelter repair, or secure a piece of foil to create a cooking vessel. The wooden variety has an added benefit. It's a source of dry, ready-to-use kindling. In wet conditions, you can snap a few wooden clothespins apart to expose the dry interior, providing the perfect tinder to get a fire started. Their trade value might seem low, but in a world where Ziploc bags are a finite resource and organization prevents catastrophic loss, a handful of these simple clips becomes a hot commodity. The person who can help a camp organize its food stores, dry its medical supplies, and maintain its gear will be seen as invaluable, all thanks to this humble tool. Item 6. The resealable waterproof pouch. In any survival scenario, the battle against exposure to water, dirt, pests, and air is constant. This is where our next item, the heavy-duty, resealable freezer bag, proves its worth. Forget the flimsy sandwich bags. We are talking about thick, durable, gallon-sized pouches with a robust zip-top closure. These bags are not just for storing leftovers, they are a flexible, lightweight, and waterproof infrastructure system. Their most critical role is the protection and preservation of supplies. Your food stores like rice, beans, and flour must be protected from moisture and pests. Portioned into these bags, they remain secure and dry. Add an oxygen absorber and you drastically extend their shelf life. The same principle applies to your medical kit. A single drop of dirty water can ruin sterile bandages, gauze, and medications. By compartmentalizing your first aid supplies into labeled zip-top bags, you create waterproof, grab-and-go modules that are protected from the elements and easy to identify in an emergency. This level of protection is just as vital for electronics. Your spare batteries, headlamp, and communication devices are useless if they suffer from water damage. A high-quality freezer bag provides a reliable waterproof barrier. For an extra layer of protection, you can wrap your electronics in foil before sealing them in the bag to provide a degree of shielding from an electromagnetic pulse, EMP. Their utility also includes water management. A durable gallon bag can serve as an improvised water bladder for transporting water from a source back to your camp. They can also be used to collect rainwater, and let's not forget waste management and sanitation. In a collapse, out of sight, out of mind is a dangerous mentality. A resealable bag is the perfect tool for containing human waste, the wag bag method, or for isolating contaminated clothing to prevent the spread of germs throughout your camp. In a barter economy, a clean, unused freezer bag is a problem solver, and problem solvers are always in demand. You offer someone the ability to protect their last bag of rice from rodents or their precious family photos from a leaking tent, and they will gladly trade for it. Item 7. The flexible silicone seal. Our final item is a piece of modern kitchenware that many people overlook, but its adaptability makes it a survival powerhouse. The silicone stretch lid. These are flexible, food-grade silicone discs designed to stretch over and seal containers of various shapes and sizes. When your world is reduced to the essentials, every single container becomes valuable, but their original lids are often the first things to break or get lost. These silicone lids solve that problem instantly. They can create an airtight and watertight seal on a can of food you've opened, a bowl of leftovers, a glass jar, or even the top of a cut piece of fruit. This simple act has profound survival implications. First, it drastically reduces food waste by preventing spoilage. Second, it contains odors, which is a critical tactical consideration. The smell of food can attract unwanted attention from both animals and desperate people. By sealing your containers, you minimize your scent signature. Unlike plastic wrap or foil, these lids are incredibly durable, washable, and reusable almost indefinitely. They can withstand extreme temperatures, meaning you can use them on a pot of hot food or in freezing conditions without them becoming brittle and cracking. This versatility is their greatest asset. Imagine needing to keep collected rainwater free of dust and insects. A silicone lid stretched over your collection bucket provides a perfect reusable cover. You need to keep the heat in your mug of hot broth on a cold night. A small lid will seal it perfectly. They are also completely silent, unlike crinkly foil or plastic wrap, allowing you to access your supplies without making noise. They weigh next to nothing, and a full set nests together, taking up minimal space in a pack. In terms of trade, their value is immense. In a camp where everyone is struggling to cover their food with dirty rags or ill-fitting, broken pieces of plastic, you can provide a perfect, sanitary, and reusable seal. The ability to properly store and protect food is a foundational element of survival, and these lids deliver that ability in a simple, compact package. Bonus Item 8. The Simple Cotton Bandana. Just when you thought we covered all the bases, we have a few bonus items that are too critical to ignore. First up is one of the most classic, multifunctional pieces of gear known to humankind. The simple cotton bandana. This square piece of fabric, often dismissed as a fashion accessory, is a survival powerhouse that punches far above its weight. Its versatility stems from its simplicity, durability, and absorbency. In a world where specialized equipment may fail or be unavailable, the bandana becomes a jack-of-all-trades tool that can adapt to countless situations. Its most immediate use is for personal climate control and protection. Worn on the head, it can block the sun, preventing sunstroke and sunburn. When soaked in water and worn around the neck, it becomes a personal cooling system, using evaporation to lower your body temperature in intense heat. A lifesaver when there's no air conditioning. Conversely, in the cold, it can be wrapped around the face and neck to trap body heat and protect your skin from frostbite. Beyond climate control, it serves as a critical first layer of filtration. In a dusty environment or a situation with airborne contaminants, tying a bandana over your nose and mouth can filter out larger particles, protecting your respiratory system. While it's not a substitute for a proper N95 mask, it's an infinitely better option than breathing in debris, smoke, or other irritants unfiltered. In a first aid context, a clean bandana is invaluable. It can be used as a pressure bandage to control bleeding, a sling to immobilize an injured arm, or a wrap to secure a splint. You can even use it to tie off a dressing or as a tourniquet in a dire emergency. Its absorbent cotton material is ideal for cleaning wounds or applying compresses. Now the uses continue into resource collection and management. A bandana can be laid out to collect morning dew, a slow but reliable way to gather small amounts of potable water. It can also function as a pre-filter when collecting water from a murky source, straining out sediment, leaves, and bugs before you boil or use your primary filter. This simple step can significantly extend the life of your more advanced filtration equipment. You can use it as a makeshift bag to gather foraged edibles like berries and nuts, or as a signal flag to attract attention. Tied to a branch, its color can serve as a trail marker to help you navigate back to your camp. A bandana is so lightweight and compact that there is no excuse not to have several. It is the epitome of smart, efficient survival. Bonus Item 9. The Wax Candle and Metal Can. Our next bonus item is a two-part system that creates one of the most versatile and resource-efficient tools you can have in a collapse. A simple wax candle paired with an empty metal can. Separately, they are useful. Together, they become a miniature power plant for light, heat, and morale. People drastically underestimate the psychological impact of a world without light. The deep, oppressive darkness of a grid-down scenario can be terrifying and mentally draining. A single candle provides a steady, reliable flame that pushes back the darkness, offering not just visibility but also a profound sense of comfort and normalcy. Unlike a flashlight, a candle's flame provides a warm, ambient glow that illuminates a small area without destroying your night vision, making it ideal for use inside a shelter. A long-burning emergency candle can provide light for days, conserving your precious batteries for more critical tasks. Now, let's introduce the metal can. By placing the lit candle inside a clean, empty can, like one from soup or vegetables, you amplify its utility tenfold. The can acts as a windbreak, protecting the flame from being extinguished by drafts or light breezes, making it viable for use in less than ideal conditions. The metal also reflects the light, directing it more effectively and increasing the illuminated area. More importantly, this combination becomes a micro heater. The can absorbs and radiates the heat from the flame, creating a small but significant source of warmth. In a confined space like a small tent or a vehicle, a candle in a can can raise the ambient temperature by several degrees, which is enough to ward off the worst of the cold and prevent hypothermia. You can even use this setup to slowly warm your hands or dry a pair of damp socks. The can also transforms the candle into a rudimentary stove. By placing a metal grill or even a couple of sturdy wires across the top of the can, you can create a platform to warm a small cup of water, broth, or a can of food. This process is slow, but it requires zero fuel other than the candle's wax, making it an incredibly efficient way to get a hot drink or a warm meal, which can be a massive morale booster in a cold, desperate situation. Furthermore, the melted wax from the candle has its own uses. It can be used to waterproof seams on gear, lubricate a zipper, or help start a fire on damp tinder. This simple, cheap combination provides light, heat, a cooking method, and a psychological anchor in a world plunged into darkness. For the minimal weight and space they occupy, the candle and can offer an incredible return on investment. Bonus item 10. Dental floss. Our final bonus item is something found in nearly every bathroom cabinet, yet its survival applications are almost limitless. We're talking about dental floss, specifically the strong, unwaxed or lightly waxed variety. This thin, incredibly strong cordage is one of the most underrated and multi-purpose survival items you can possibly own. Its compact size and immense tensile strength make it a superior alternative to many other types of string or thread. A small container of dental floss holds dozens, if not hundreds, of feet of high-strength line, all in a package that fits in the palm of your hand. Its most obvious use is for repairs. In a world where everything is falling apart, the ability to fix things is paramount. Dental floss is perfect for stitching torn fabric on a backpack, tent, or piece of clothing. Its thinness allows it to pass through most needles, but its strength is far greater than that of standard sewing thread, resulting in a much more durable repair. You can use it to mend a broken strap, restring a piece of gear, or even repair the netting on a hammock. It's also incredibly useful for shelter building. You can use it to lash branches together for a makeshift frame, tie down a tarp, or create a ridgeline for a shelter. While it won't replace paracord for heavy-duty tasks, it is perfect for the countless small, detailed jobs required to make a shelter secure and weatherproof. The applications in food acquisition and preparation are just as significant. Dental floss is strong enough to be used as a fishing line. Paired with a makeshift hook, it can be used to catch small fish, a vital source of protein. It can also be used to construct snares and traps for small game. Its thin, low-visibility profile makes it ideal for this purpose. Once you've acquired food, floss can be used to hang meat or fish to dry, keeping it away from pests and allowing for proper air circulation. Its uses extend to security as well. A length of floss can be tied across a path and connected to a few empty cans to create an improvised low-tech tripwire alarm system that can alert you to anyone approaching your camp at night. And of course, let's not forget its intended purpose. Oral hygiene becomes critically important in a collapse. An abscessed tooth or severe gum infection can be a fatal condition without access to a dentist. Maintaining the ability to properly clean your teeth can prevent a medical emergency down the line. For its size, weight, and strength, dental floss is arguably one of the most versatile survival items in existence.